Hello friends, it is I, the boss. Before we watch this video, please don't forget, this is your home for the latest in tech and sports and quality gaming content. I'll see you at the end of the video. I hope you enjoy, and go ahead and watch now.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first edition of Civilization 6 here on Big D Boston. I'd like to welcome you all, and I hope that you're ready because we are about to start a whole new gaming series here on the channel. Now, as you know, I played Civ 5 one time on this channel. Played Civ 5 one time, tried Europa Universalis. That's a little bit more of a French game, but generally a lot more people are into Civ. And this new version, Civ 6, I believe is really the best they've done. It reminds me very much of Civ 5, but they watered down a few parts in sacrifice in order to gain other more premium features that you would have had to wait for DLCs in the past to get on a Civ game. So I'm very much looking forward to this, and I hope that you are. We're about to start our game. Let me give you a few series of what's going on, how we're going to run it. We are playing standard rules. Game difficulty will be Prince. It will be my first playthrough. Ancient era start on marathon, island plates, huge map size. I disable score, science, and religious victories out of respect to the fact that I see the only way you could really dominate in a world and become the true superior civilization is to either own its culture or to own its entire landmass with your own culture and, you know, government. So, without further ado, guys, there will also be no turn limit, so this game will end when one of the victory conditions are met. There will be no end in 2050. I hope it ends way before 2050 because we're playing on marathon. So this will be a long-scale series, hopefully working down to the end. It's something that you guys are really going to look forward to and you're going to enjoy here on the channel. It's Big D Boston, personal boss on the internet, and I'll be right back.
Ich trolle nicht, und wenn das Herz auch bricht.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us start the game.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, the cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Gorgo, Queen of Sparta, glory to you and your loyal hoplite armies. Greece savours the blessings from Ares that every victory brings, and your people applaud your thoughtful governance and cultural marvels. Stand proud, for the legacy of Greece and of your achievements will be told over and over again for generations.
Alright, so if you're not familiar with how Civ 6 sort of made the civs in this game, they did one thing that was particularly interesting and some people were a little bit upset about. They made two versions of Greece. Now you're asking yourself, why do you want two versions of the same civ? What's the point in that? I mean, they're going to be doing the same thing anyway. Not necessarily. There is a small difference in between the Greece that is pictured here by Gorgo, that is Spartan Greece, and the other version of Greece, which is more of the Alexander of past Greece, you know, not the Spartan version. I'm not sure what the correct historical term for that is. Slipping my mind at the moment. But without further ado, let us begin our game. Let's see what we're working on. Alright, in between a mountain, we have access to sheep. Have access to diamonds in the future. I'm tempted to move to that little peninsula there, because I feel like that would be a prime defensive position, as well as access to all of these resources at one point as compared to just a few. I'm not sure how far my city could reach out, so I will move to that spot. Now that does set me back a few turns relatively, but I think we'll be okay. So this is my warrior. A few things that have changed in Civ 6, if you are not familiar yet, we have a new civics tree to complement the technology tree, and good old technology tree. Builders expire in 3 turns. You'll see all of this as we continue to play. We're going to set our warrior to go on automatic exploration. Try and see if we can sniff out any barbarian camps or new tribal villages, formerly known as ruins in the past. Definitely will be an interesting aspect to earn in this game. See how many of those we can get and what kind of advantages they'll present to us. So we will next turn. And we are now officially on turn 3. And we have been given a boost to sailing technology because we founded our city on the coast, which is great. The only problem with founding Sparta here is that you're not going to have as much access to food because you're simply just surrounded and you don't have a lot of food tiles. I currently have 3 water tiles, which are not terrible for food. I will turn on the yield icon so let that be seen. They do have 1 food apiece, which is good, as well as gold producing, but not quite ideal, but I think we'll be able to live with it. So we're going to start off with a scout. Scouts are not horrible to start with. They're a pretty easy unit to work with. Plus it's an extra military unit. Helps you find other civs, other city-states first. And if you are a Civ player, you've been playing the game for a while, you know that there are some serious benefits to potentially finding city-states first as far as gold goes and other things that can really help get your civilization started off right. And I would like to apologize if my face is not syncing with my audio. This is my first time using the new version of Shadow Play, now just called Game Share by NVIDIA on the GTX cards, past I think 660. So it's a new thing. We're seeing how it works. I'm not too concerned with it, but if it looks bad, I do apologize. Alright, so first battle. And we do some damage to the scout. He, not so much to us. 1949, we'll take that. They also do have a spearman unit set up. Not ideal. We also have Code of Laws working, if I did not mention that. What am I in this film? I would take a minor defeat unless I healed up. I think I'm going to fortify, and then I'm going to attempt to continue exploration elsewhere. We'll see if their spearman unit decides to attack us or not. A lot of these new civs and other units in general in the game are playing a lot more aggressive than past civs, which is a new aspect you have to respect and certainly be aware of going into your game. And I will keep a verbal count of the turns every now and then, guys, because I do know that my face cam is slightly blocking it, but I didn't have a much better place to put that. Not going to be missing too much. It's really just the Civpedia stuff up here. Once other civs come in, I might move myself down to like the turn button, because nothing ever pops up over the turn button. But right now we'll keep ourselves up there, especially in this first episode where there's nothing down there. We need orders. Minor defeat. We'll keep moving down north. Excuse me for yawning, I am a bit tired. Not too late for me, but you know, you have to get your rest every now and then. You have to get your rest. It's very important. I'm currently also thinking of, guys, like some things to do in regards to enhancing production quality. This is obviously my first YouTube playthrough where I am using the face cam. It is a Logitech C920, basically industry standard for streamers. I'd like to get some studio lights to get this glare out of my glasses and you can actually see the pupils of my eyes. But right now that's the only main things that I'm working on the YouTube side. thing with playing Civ on marathon mode, fact of the matter is you're just going to be walking around for a long time, doing a lot of nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. See, we can attack them, and it would be decisive, so let's go ahead and do that and get some more XP for our warriors. Do like the new combat animations, much better than Civ 5 combat animations. I will say that is one thing that was improved for this game. Sparta is really struggling food-wise. It's not necessarily horrible by marathon standards, but 30 turns to get to two citizens is going to be difficult. I will need to work that animal husbandry to get sheep up and running faster, as well as potentially buying one of these food tiles, potentially the other sheep, just to keep ourselves healthy. But we knew that coming in whenever we decided to settle here. It was going to be a little bit more rough than playing on other parts of the map. Now at turn 16 at the completion of this simulation. About to get our scouting unit, so we'll be able to call back our warrior. We do want to keep on making solid exploration progress while we can.
Reconnaissance units like scouts are unique in that they can gain experience by exploring and discovering parts of the world.
I had no idea. Alright, so we'll go ahead and set that on automatic exploration, and we will return our warrior back home to Sparta. I'm not even going to call it Greece, I'm just going to call it Sparta. And someone in the comments will get mad, and I'm okay with that. I like to get culture going early. My main victory style is culture victory. Now, a lot of people don't do that, and I'm not certainly the type of guy who's going to tell you how to play your game. But I personally see a culture victory the easiest to do when you're playing on these huge maps. Because if you try and go for a domination victory with, you know, a 12 Civ map, sure, you can do it. You know, some other Civ is bound to take off the other one before you even meet them, so you're down to like having to only take out maybe 10 or 9. But that's still 10 or 9 Civs you have to completely wipe out to get a domination victory. And to me, that's too much. So I just try and go for culture, all wonders, all great people, and just absolutely beat you over the head with culture and tourism until you honestly can't respond, and you just automatically, you know, it goes from like 50% 90, and it's, you know, it's in the game, and I win, and it's great. Sounding like another guy that's pretty popular in the media right now. Probably should stop that. Yeah. Alright, once again my scout is inhibited by these guys. We're just going to try and sneak underneath them. Do it manually. Just sneak underneath. I would be interested in founding a city on this river. It does seem pretty interesting for future exploration purposes. This is a good shaped little island we're on. Good shape. I like it. I do like it a lot. Alright, I'm confident going here. A lot of good forest tiles here. You could put a campus in here. Could really get a lot of good science. And science is key to a culture victory, no matter what anyone tells you. If you can't properly, you know, be ahead of the game science-wise, you're going to struggle moving forward. Alright, we're making 8.4 a turn, which is not bad. Stuck here. Next turn. Alright, that's healed. We're going to fort it. And what is wrong with my scout? Okay, there it goes. Now it's good. Alright, found an oasis. villages. That's once again another good thing. Now approaching turn 27. And we'll just leave that to automate exploration. I do want to see where he's going though. So a lot of barren desert there. That's not going to be of much appeal until maybe late game if there's large oil deposits there or something. Oh, and we have found our first tribal village, which is good. We will cancel automatic exploration. And we will go
Like to the apples on the Dead Sea shore,
oh, we get
all
Dead
ashes
Sea
to the taste.
plus a tribal village. That is fancy. Well, excellent. And that is what new natural wonders will animate whenever you find them. They will, get to their own cutscene. It's pretty interesting. Alright, they seem to have given us a Eureka with this astrology. That's good. As well as towards mysticism, which will help with religion, which is good. Alright. Next turn, and we will go ahead and... See, now I could attempt to claim...
I am fond of pigs.
Because that does provide both faith and culture. So it would be ideal to put a city there, but that is a bit far from my capital for my liking. We'll see what I choose to do. Alright, we obviously should probably go for mining next and get a quarry going, followed by pottery, and then I think I'll head for sailing. What do you want to do? Good. Make it so the you can't. There's a village right there. I could sneak in and sneak out, I think. I'd like to do that. Sneak in, grab it, head out. Good. Yeah, their scouts head the other way. That'll work. Alright, let's go ahead and take it. Have to go around. Stupid spoon. Is this sugar? Sugar in the desert? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of tiles with nothing around it. I suppose maybe where the barbarian encampment is could be a decent city, but if I honestly put a city right here, I'm gonna die. That is really I'd have to put it down here and give it ocean access or something. And yeah, I think I'd have to, because if I put it up there, that city would die. There's no way it would live. Alright, let's go in, grab it, and head back out. Of course, I can only move that way. Major defeat, so we'll fortify to give ourselves a little bonus when they attack us next turn. Sparta has grown already. Get another diamond. So, whenever I get my first builder, what I'm going to do is bang, 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 and that'll be good. Don't have quite enough money. It takes, I believe, $625 to get a builder. 600. Okay. So, yeah, not quite enough money, and by not quite, I mean half the amount of money needed. Go ahead and let our scout escape. Get as far out as we can, and another village. Wow. Really getting lucky with these villages so far. I'm liking it. I like it a lot. Alright, let's go and move into it then. Yeah, it looks like this is a cross map. Just desert. I suppose that helps me as far as keeping other civs from expanding near me, but still. That's kind of cool. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, let's see what's on here. Gained experience. Excellent. Promotion available. Faster movement. I think we'll take it on hill. And we'll advance. And automatic exploration. Show me the whole map. I'd like to see the whole map. Please show me the whole map. Random things I do on these commentaries, I tell you. But overall, keeps it entertaining, keeps it lively, keeps it awake and action-packed. So, the problem with marathon mode is I really have nothing to show you in the early game. This is absolutely probably the most boring thing to look at other than my face. Because my face is always moving up and down. So good. Ooh, hey. Getting really awkward. I should stop. Okay. Anyway, I'm probably going to send our warrior out to go see what I can stir up at that barbarian encampment. Or possibly send them exploration-wise over here. Because I'm seeing a lot of forest tiles, and I'm thinking that might be a new biome that would be beneficial. So, out of, complete disregard for my city, that it's, 3 moves away from a barbarian encampment, we're going to go and explore this direction. Check on our scout. What is it doing? Just looking at randomness. Another village. I'm liking this game so far. Move into the recon unit. Another scout. Now I don't have to send my other guy. Please don't go that way. Please don't be that stupid. I really don't like it when the game is that stupid. Thinking their scout's gonna leave me alone. Maybe I need to move this guy out the way. Probably limiting transport over there because it has to clear the mountain anyway. Okay. Should have thought that one through. That's okay. It's okay. We'll be alright. You guys, I'm gonna make sure that you head this way, so go that way. Alright, cross the river. Actually, I'm just gonna put you back on automatic. Okay, alright, good exploring. Good exploring there. Way to actually, find all the important things. All the important things. Now at turn 41. I guess we'll do 50 turns an episode. That's a good number. Alright, 50 turns an episode. What will we call this series? 50 by 50? 5450? A big debossing production? Who knows? Alright, you guys keep doing your thing that way. And show me the world.
Enacting new policies in our government can be of great benefit. Our people await your decree.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Alright, and I get to show you guys a little something new here in Civ. So what we're working with now is a series of cards that you use to assign to different government roles. So military, economic, and wild card, diplomatic, it all depends what civ you're playing, sort of how this works out. And you also get to change this government style going forward, but there are really 4 main categories more or less, which is military, economic, and diplomatic, and I believe there's 1 or 2 for culture or something also. But I like to get a pantheon, so we're going to take this, and we're also going to take this, because production plus gold plus faith is really good. And then we're also going to take a unit combat when fighting barbarians, so that way we can stop dying every 3 seconds. So that's what our first political assignment configuration is going to look like. And I think going in further on, that'll really come out well. So we're going to go ahead and set that policy. Sparta is now at a level 2 city. We will choose our next selection here. Anything I want. I feel like with that wild card slot, I really need to read these over, because usually I just know, like, okay, I can speed right to political philosophy and, change it up and get diplomatic policies and whatnot, or start working on districts. But now, considering the fact of what we're dealing with here, I should probably read these over more. I feel like this one's going to be hard to boost because we aren't going to be doing that very easily. State work first. Southern accent came out of nowhere. State workforce will potentially be a good one. That gives me unit maintenance reduced and production towards warriors if I somehow get into a war, but considering the fact I haven't seen a civ near me and I'm not particularly interested in finding one, I can probably hold off on that, as well as with the military tradition. Which is really condescending considering the fact that I'm playing Sparta of all civs. What you gonna do? So I think we're gonna work down. No, I do like early Empire. That's a really strong one to go down, especially since you kind of need it to get some of these like drama or games and rec districts, which are good. Districts will be a main thing we'll cover in the next episode on how to build those, what they do, and all the lovely things that come with them. But we're going to go ahead and focus here first. Or do we want to go straight? Yeah, we'll go and get the religion stuff. I mean, and great prophet, get a religion, that helps culturally too. A lot of people don't always realize that it does help to have good religion to base your culture off of. Because that gives you a lot of buildings that can hold wonders and such. And a lot of people just say, oh, I don't need religion, I'm going for a culture victory. But little do they know that it's actually incredibly important to get that assistance with the great building slot, great work slots and such. So, next turn this. The music of barbarians has approached. Where are they at? Oh no, it's a tribal village. Another one. Alright, go ahead and cancel you so you don't just run off on me like you always do, you dirty scout, you. Alright. Boom. Boosted towards foreign trade, which is good. That's what we're working on right now. What else will we do? What is this? Tea? First time I've seen tea in the game. I'm going to set this guy back to automatic exploration. And we're going to send this scout south in order to not cause a conflict on the other side of the hill there. Or is this being described as a mountain now? Mountain. Okay. Something. Yeah, just mountain. Okay. Scout approaching. Time to die, fool. I'm gonna go and build a builder, and then probably I'll go after that a slinger. Or maybe a settler after the builder. But we do need time to allow this to recover, because the way you build settlers now is that every time you build a settler, the city you built that settler out of loses a population. So I'm pretty much not doing anything but just letting that population stabilize before I go out doing any other activities. Alright, keep moving you down. Looks like that's nearing the end of the island, or maybe there's something else in like the desert area, equatorial part of the map, if you will. Which is actually kind of interesting because it does make just like one long consecutive desert as compared to multiple. Interesting little note there. Scared off their scout. We will put them on this side of the city in order to protect it more effectively and less at risk. Alright, what else are we going to do? We're going to keep on moving south, I suppose.
Under the white cliff's battlemented crown, pushed to a depth of more than Sabbath peace.
Natural wonder? 3 culture? I wonder where my next city is going to be. Right there. And then I'll get all these food tiles to start with. which should help our cities grow faster. Alright, we're at turn 48 when this finishes loading. So we're coming to the end of our episode, and so far, I like to do Civ 5 on the channel. It's really something I never had the Civ 6. I gotta get used to it now, Civ 5 for so long. To play Civ 6 on the channel, because it's something to play Civ 5, I'm really enjoying Civ 6 on the channel, because it's something I never got to do with the other game. I did the preview video one time with it, and it got a decent response, actually, and I thought, okay, well, maybe I should play this game again, but I never did. My biggest days on Twitch were also with Civ, so this game, to me, was sort of a turning point, whenever I thought, this whole YouTube thing might not work out like I thought it would, but, since then, Civ 6 and 5 have definitely helped me continue pushing on, which is great. Alright, we have nothing. Ooh, that was a big yawn. That was a very big yawn. This guy's sort of just wandering aimlessly. We'll go ahead and skip to the next turn and find something to do with him. As well as this guy here. Let's go ahead and move down. See what we have in the waters. Small island off our coast. Our scout, and this scout is going to move down for now and see what's going on over there. Probably could afford to move this scout back into our territory until we're able to get a better view of the world, or at least start sending them northward towards Istanbul, Constantinople. What meme will I use today? Well, we won't figure out today, guys. It is officially turn 50. We are at 3265 BC. And this stream only lasted about 30 minutes, which is really better than I thought it would. I know playing on Marathon, I'm going to have to really do a lot of work to keep you guys energetic and entertained. But I hope that you stick with me through it, that you enjoyed this game, and you'll go ahead and enjoy our other games that are coming up further on the channel with Civ 6. It is Big D Boss, your personal boss on the internet, guys. Thank you once again for watching, and go ahead and stick around for the end of the video and go ahead and hear my sign out over there. Once again, Big D Boss, your personal boss on the internet. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.
Enjoyed what you just watched? Want to see more? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Always up to date with the latest content from the boss himself, head over to Twitter and follow there. And if you want to see the quickest and most up-to-date gaming action from the boss, head over to Twitch, the new streaming home of the boss.